Welcome to Wellia Health's new birth center at our Mora campus. Step into our state-of-the-art facility designed for your comfort and safety. Explore our virtual tour and immerse yourself in the excitement of welcoming your newest family member. Prepare for the journey of parenthood with our comprehensive prenatal education series and discover expert tips on our blog. Your journey starts here. Come experience Wellia Health's birth center in Mora, Minnesota today, or explore online at welliahealth.org.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Brennan Field in Hinckley, Minnesota for tonight's game between the Hinckley-Finlayson Jaguars and the Esko baseball team. This should be a good one here today. Esko, the reigning champions of Class 2A, coming into Hinckley, and beautiful Brennan Field here tonight as we take a look at both of these teams. Starting with Esko, coming into tonight, they're 9-0 on the season, 4-0 in section play up to this point, averaging about 10 runs per game and giving up just under 2 runs per game, and that's good enough for second in the state. Looking at the top three, East Grand Forks is at number 3 with Esko at number 2, and in that number 1 spot is Holy Family Catholic at 7-0 and 4-0 in their section, which is 5AA. So for Esko coming into tonight, again undefeated on the year so far, and in the section and in their conference, which is the Polar League Conference that they play in up there in Esko. And right now, right behind them, though, is Silver Bay, so they've got some competition behind them, as well as Southridge, Moose Lake, Willow River as well. So the top 4 all trying to knock off Esko from regaining that conference championship. Last year, Esko, another great season for them, went all the way to the state championship. But we had one of our local teams who gave them a real run for their money in the section championship. That was Mora. Mora had a great run to begin the playoffs. They went, unfortunately, to the elimination bracket, and then they fought their way through and made it all the way to that section championship game against Esko, and they gave them a nice run for their money, but Esko wound up getting the victory and wound up making it to state, and not just state. They ran through state and made it to the state championship game, in which they won. So a great season once again for Esko. It was all of last year. It seems like every single sport that they played, they had a really good season, whether it was girls basketball, boys, football, just all of it was really good for them. On the season, they started, of course, are undefeated, but they started with a 4-0 record, beating Southridge, Fairmont, Laverne, and Proctor. Then they would go on to beat the next 3 in Mesabi East, Barnum, and Warroad, and then they beat Two Harbors and Carlton Renshaw. Looking at it, it looks like only 3 of these have been 10-run ruled for them this year, and in Barnum, Two Harbors, and Carlton Renshaw. Again, they might not have been 10-run ruled. It could have won all 7, but they just got those 10 in the 7th, so you never know with those. But again, a nice start to the year. Beating their closest game up to this point was against Laverne, in which they beat 4-2, so only a 2-point victory in that game. And that's been the closest one. A couple of 4-point wins, 5-point wins, and then 3 10-plus point wins, the most recent against Carlton Renshaw, in which they won by 26 points. And now they'll be here in Hinckley to take on the Jaguars at beautiful Brennan Field here this evening. First pitch set for about 6 p.m., if I could keep track of the time. So we'll have to wait and see, but first pitch coming up shortly. As taking a look at the rest of 7AA, Rush City is towards the top of this section as well at 5-1, 1-1 in the section. They sadly lost to Aiken up there, and that was a tough one for them to lose, but you can bet they'll be looking to get back on track next week. Rush City has 2 very good pitchers in the Pace brothers, Noah and Nathan Pace, 2 very good pitchers over there that they hope to carry them through the season with those 2 guys as their aces. Those guys have been phenomenal in the 2 games that I've called. Noah Pace, the most recent one against Mille Lacs, threw a perfect game there against Mille Lacs, so quite a game to be a part of. And then the first game of the season that we broadcasted was Rush City hosting Pine City. That was another 10-point victory in the 5th inning, in which Nathan Pace He struck out 13 of the 15 batters he faced. So a great outing there for both of those two guys to begin the season. A ton of fun to watch, as is this Hinckley-Finlayson team, who coming into tonight is 3-4, 0-2 in section play, according to MinnesotaScores.net. Taking a look, they won over Mille Lacs to start the season 3-1, then fell in a close one to Ogilvie. It was a tough way to end a game in that one. So they lost that one. It would have wound up probably being a win, but unfortunately, again, a tough ending in that one, and we won't dwell on that one as Hinckley-Finlayson has not, and they are moved on since then as they beat Hill City Northland just the game after that. They had to wait over the weekend, but they got the win 15-4 in 6 innings. Then they would lose 3 straight to Pine City, Bram, and Mora, and that Bram team is towards the top of the conference in the Great River. They're a very good baseball team this year, are the Bram Bombers. So looking quickly at the conference, Rush City on top at 5-1. I think they're now 6-1. Bram just behind them at 6-1 as well, and Hinckley-Finlayson and Ogilvie both at 2-3. Again, this is according to MinnesotaScores.net. Pine City towards the bottom. It's Mille Lacs and East Central in those bottom 2 spots. Pine City just below them. Again, it's MinnesotaScores.net. Could have changed. I know looking at Minnesota Baseball Hub and MinnesotaScores.net, they both show 2 different things, so not real sure which one to go by, so that's why I always usually do both. But then after losing those 3 straight, then they came back here to host a game on Tuesday against East Central, and they won that one 8-5. It started out with 4 runs in the first inning for Hinckley-Finlayson. Then they couldn't get anything going. East Central did in I think it was the 3rd or 4th, where they got 5 runs. And then in the very next the 6th inning is when Hinckley-Finlayson was able to get those runs back and get back in front and the lead. To begin this game, first pitch on the way. It's outside for ball 1 from the man on the mound, Griffin Steele, for today. And at the plate will be Bryce Hipp to start it out for the Esko baseball team. So Bryce Hipp wearing that number 11. Esko, he deals with a 3-0, does Bryce Hipp. Esko wearing their blue jerseys with the blue numbers and letters outlined in yellow, the white pinstriped pants, the blue hat with the yellow E, I should say, and Esko on the back. Hinckley-Finlayson wearing their black jerseys, red letters and numbers outlined in white with their white pants. Their multicolored hat, the HF on the front of it in black and outlined in red. So Hipp got a piece of that one, but fouled it off down the third baseline. So it will be a full count now for Bryce Hipp. Again, Griffin Steele gets to start on the mound today for Hinckley-Finlayson. Hipp, the leadoff batter. Here's the pitch. That one's popped up, and it's going to get down. It's a little blooper and an infield single for Bryce Hipp. Had a ton of backspin on it, and Steele just not able to catch up to it in time. And that, I don't blame him. That's a tough one. And Hipp will get an infield single. And there we go. So now, stepping up to the plate for Esko will be number 3, Isaac Sertich. Throw over to first is by Osmus. And that's going to lead to Hipp getting all the way to third on the error. So the throw over, trying to catch him leaning, goes off the mark, and now Hipp is at third. With the second man to the plate again, Isaac Sertich. And that one is going to get Sertich. So hit by pitch, and we'll have runners at the corners to begin the top of the first. And now coming to the plate for Esko, it's going to be number 5, Sam Haugen. So Haugen to the plate, runners at the corners, and this one is low and in the dirt, and Hip is going to cross the plate on the pass ball for the first run, and Sertich will move to second. So the first run has passed for Esko. They lead 1-0. And it will be Haugen's turn still as he deals with a 1-0 count. That one's fouled back. Into the backstop here for strike one. Here's the pitch by Steele, and this one's over towards right field, just off the dirt, and caught for out number one by the second baseman over there. That is Ethan Martin. So that'll be out number one, and then it will bring a lefty to the plate. I believe that's Jameis Halverson. That one is swung on and fouled down the first baseline. First base coach tried to grab it with the one hand, but unable to get it. So 0-1 count for Halverson. Got a runner on second with one down for Esko. Steele glanced at the runner at second. Here's the pitch. That one is swung on and hit to right field. That'll be a base hit, and we'll score a run. And it's close, but not close enough. Runner from second will score. RBI single there from Halverson. So 2-0 now with a runner on first for Esko and one out. Did not see the number. We'll get it for you. Number 10. That one's into the backstop. Foul. So number 10's Finn Furch. Or Furcht. Oh, 1 count for Finn. Here's the pitch from Steele. In there for strike two. 0-2 count now. With a runner on first and one down, two have scored. Inside for strike three, and he'll get him looking. So two down now with a nice pitch there from Griffin Steele to grab the second out. And now, coming to the plate, the cleanup batter into the left-handed batter's box is going to be number 16, and that will be Bobby Thornton. Or excuse me, not in the cleanup spot, he's fifth. Outside for ball one. Pitch from Steele is inside for ball two. Throw down to first. Almost there in time. But Halverson gonna get back. Smart move by Von Ruden back there at the catcher spot. They caught him leaning. Thornton, that one's in there for strike one. Steele with the 2-1 delivery. Swung on and hit out towards center field. And, it's going to get over his head out there in center. Going to get over Chase Clare's head. That will be an RBI triple for Bobby Thornton. That one confused Clare out there in center. Thought it was going to wind up short. Instead, carried over his head. That'll score the third run, two down, and a runner at third now. Steele, that one on the outside part of the plate for ball one. Now, to the plate for Esko. It's going to be Dylan. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that last name. It's a little long, and I'm not even going to try. We'll call him Dylan. So 3-0 Esko on top. And that one outside for ball 3 to Dylan. Marcy Leonis, maybe? We'll call him Dylan just to be sure. 3-0 count, and that one's right down Broadway for strike one. 3-1 count to Dylan. Runner on third. 3 runs have scored. Here's the pitch from Steele. Just inside for ball 4. So runners at the corners, 2 down. And now that brings to the plate number 1, Bryce Hip. Or excuse me, Trevor Mateen. Jack Bergstedt over to first to be the courtesy runner. So again, Trevor Mateen. At the plate. Grounds one to the third baseman. Throw on to first. In time for out number 3. So 3 runs have scored for Esko on 2 hits. Jags have 2 errors in that one. 3 runs, 2 hits. And for the Jags, it is 2 errors. So we'll head to the bottom of the first inning. It will be the Jaguars' turn at the plate. They'll try and get on the board and cut into the deficit that they face, 3-0 after the top of the first. All that and more when we come back for the bottom of inning number 1. You're listening to Baseball on WCMP.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Free college is possible at Pine Technical and Community College. Students of all ages may be eligible for a tuition and fee-free pathway to education thanks to the new North Star Promise Scholarship. If you're a resident of Minnesota and have a family-adjusted gross income of $80,000 or less, apply online today for free and join us in high-demand programs such as nursing, gunsmithing, machining, automated systems, cybersecurity, early childhood education, liberal arts, and more. Whether you're starting out or starting over, learn more at pine.edu.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Site for tonight's game, Hinckley at Brennan Field. Esko getting their warm-up pitches in. On the mound for them this evening, going to be number 13, Dylan M. We'll go with that. I don't want to botch his last name. So heading to the place as the leadoff batter for Hinckley-Finlayson will be Trey Visser, playing over at short. So Dylan M. with the windup and the pitch here to Visser. Swung on and fouled. Right in the dirt for strike 1. Dylan M. with the windup and the pitch, 0-1. High inside, ball 1. 3-0 early here as Esko put up those 3 runs in the first. 2 hits. Jaguars had 2 errors there in that first, and here's the 1-1 pitch to Visser, swinging and a miss for strike 2. One-two count, and here's the windup and the pitch. Swing through and miss. So it'll be out number 1. Now that brings to the plate number 10, Chase Clare, out there in center field. That one swung on and missed. Pops out of the catcher's glove, but won't matter as it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Dylan M. Outside for ball one. Catcher did a good job trying to frame it, but that was outside. So a 1-1 count now for Chase Clare, and here's the pitch. Swung on and missed by Clare to make it a 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2, swung on and missed once again for out number 2 and the second strikeout. 2 up, 2 down for Hinckley as they try to change that here. And to the plate, Griffin Steele, trying to help avoid the 1-2-3 inning. He gives that one a rip to the third baseman. It's going to bounce out of his glove, and the runner will be safe. Steele comes up limping a little bit. Going to make sure he's all right first. He's walking to the bag. Maybe rolled his ankle a little bit there. He's gutting it out, but he's definitely in some pain. He's got a runner at first with 2 down. That ball outside to the cleanup batter, Cody Klein. And Griffin Steele now going to get a courtesy runner for him in some pain. That possible ankle roll. Now what you want to see is now Carson Hopkins will be his courtesy runner there at first. We're going to take a look at it in the dugout. That one's high inside for ball 1 to Cody Klein. Dylan M. on the mound for Esko. Glances at the runner at first. Double take. And here's the pitch. And Klein wanted that one, and it'll be 2-1 count for Klein. Two down, runner at first. That one, ooh. Ooh. That will even the count at 2 apiece, but that was close. So Klein with a 2-2 count, runner on first and 2 down. Here's the pitch. It's in there for strike 3, and he'll go down looking for out number 3. So the runner at first will not become a threat as Esko gets out of the inning with a strikeout looking by Cody Klein. We'll move to the top of the second inning. Once we come back and hearing a word from our fine sponsors, you're listening to high school baseball here in Hinckley on WCMP.
And here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch. The premier indoor batting cages in North Branch. Whether you're trying to make the team or take the team to the next level, Here's the Pitch has state-of-the-art pitching machines for both baseball and fast-pitch softball. $35 gets you cage time with your own pitcher. $40 gets you cage time using one of their top-tier pitching machines. Screens, plates, helmets, they've got the equipment, you provide the batter. Find Here's the Pitch on Facebook or visit here'sthepitchmn.com. here'sthepitchmn.com.
Wellia Health Community Pharmacies are here for you, operating from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 to 1:30 on Saturdays at both our Mora and Pine City locations. Our approachable pharmacists are available to address all your medication queries and facilitate hassle-free prescription transfers. Contact us in Pine City at 320-322-5141 and in Mora at 320-679-3999. We offer local options to enhance your convenience. Explore further details online at welliahealth.org.
Well, look at the defense here for Hinckley-Finlayson. In this one, of course, on the mound, Griffin Steele we talked about. Behind the plate for him will be Kellen Von Ruden. Then over at first, it'll be Grady Osmus, Ethan Martin at second, Cody Klein at third. Over in, left will be Colton Freeling. In center, it's Chase Clare, and over in right field, Adam Carlier. Now to the plate for Esko, be number 6, Sam Panger. Gets a piece of this one, just past Steele on the mound. A diving attempt at short, but it's going to reach the outfield for a leadoff single for Esko. Top of the second starts with a single here for Esko. Now to the plate. Number 11, Bryce Hipp. That one is swung on and hit out towards left field. Freeling under it, and it just goes to his right. It's going to get down, and now the runner at second will move to third after he's unable to reel it in. So an error for the Jags that will allow Hipp to reach. And now a courtesy runner for Hipp at second. And that'll be Joseph Sakala. And now with 2 on in scoring position for Esko. Steele will punch that one in there, but it's low for ball 1. At the plate, Isaac Sertich. Here's the 1-0 in the dirt. Von Ruden finds it, but that's going to score the runner from third in Panger. That'll make it 4-0 in favor of Esko. Here's the 1-0 from Steele, just outside for a 3-0 count. To Isaac Sertich, and he gets a piece of that one, lifts it. Oh, nice grab by the third baseman, and then it's through the glove of the first baseman. Runner from third will score on an error. So that'll make it 5-0 for Esko. The runner will be on second now instead of third. And up to the plate, Sam Haugen. He flew out for the first out back in the first. He gets this one just over the third baseman, and that is going to get down for a base hit. Left fielder can't field it cleanly, but he finally picks it up. It's an RBI double for Sam Haugen. Six nothing the lead now for Esko. And to the left-handed batter's box, Jameis Halverson. He hit an RBI single back in the first. That one in there on the outside part of the plate for strike one from Griffin Steele. Steele with the 0-1. That one's fouled back into the backstop for an 0-2 count. Now to Halverson. Steele ready. So here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside. Ball 1. Here's the 1-2. In there for strike 3, and he'll get him down looking for out number 1. Exactly what they needed there. A nice strikeout from Griffin Steele. And now to the plate, Finn Furch, or Fricht. Here's the pitch from Steele. That one's popped towards the dugout of the Jags. And, ooh, narrowly misses a fan over there. But they're safe. No one's hit. We're good. So that'll be an 0-1 count, though, for Furcht. Furcht. One of the two. That one's over the head of the batter and throw down to third. Just not in time. It was there, but about a half-second late. And Haugen will reach third on a steal. I got runner at third with one down. Swing and a miss. To make it a 1-2 count now. Steele looking for another strikeout here. And this one's, over his back. And he'll get underneath it to even the count at 2-2. Again, trying to strike out his third batter of the evening is Steele with this next pitch. Trying to get the second out of the inning as well. And that's in the dirt, and that'll make it a 3-2 full count now for Finn Furcht. Steele, full count pitch. Got a piece of it, and foul. So we'll do it again with a full count. Griffin Steele on the mound. Here's the pitch. Oh, just high for ball 4. Runners on first and third with one down. And again, coming into the left-handed batter's box is going to be Bobby Thornton. Thornton hit an RBI triple just last inning. Here's the pitch. That one swung on and hit, and that'll be a base hit. It will score 1. They'll get the ball in, and that should hold the runner at third at will. So an RBI single for Bobby Thornton. Runners will again be at the corners with still one down. But it is now 7-0 in favor of Esko. At the plate, Dylan M., the pitcher. Pitcher versus pitcher at bat. Out in there on the outside part of the plate for strike 1 from Griffin Steele. They're going to check the runner at first. He's going to get into second, and the throw home is not in time. So as Thornton goes to second, the throw was not in time to first as he was heading towards second. And unfortunately, Osmus had it fall out of his glove. And by the time that throw got home, Haugen was in. So another run is scored. Runner moves up to second for Esko. And it's 8-0. Ooh, that one inside. For ball 1-1 count. That one is swung on and hit to the third baseman. It's going to get by. That's going to be enough for a single. So we get a courtesy runner for the pitcher. That'll be Jack Bergstedt. Runners move up to third and first. So runners on the corners with still only one down. In the top of the second inning, it's 8-0. We'll have a conference at the mound as we rate Trevor Mateen. Beautiful night for baseball, though, here in Hinckley, Minnesota. A gorgeous day, too. Taking a look at the temperature right now here in Hinckley, sitting at about 64 degrees. There's a chance of some rain here this evening. Wind at about 13 miles an hour, gusting. But again, there is a chance of rain here tonight. And as we take a look at the hourly forecast, looks like about, they say there is a over 60% chance here in the 7 o'clock hour, and it just increases in the 8 to near 90%. So looks like we could see some rain here this evening. First pitch here to Trevor Mateen is outside for ball one, as Von Ruden makes the nice grab there to stop that one from rolling and keeps that runner held at first. That one's going to get by. Bobby Thornton going to cross the plate standing. So runners will move on the pass ball. And 9-0 now the score in favor of Esko. One down. It's 9-0 in favor of Esko. And that one swung on and hit out towards right field. It'll bounce. So Mateen with a single there. So two singles will put runners on the corners for Esko. Still only with one down. Steele gets ready. And here's the pitch. In there for strike one to Sam Penger. Runner from first will move up to second. So now two runners in scoring position for Esko. A 0-1 count for Penger. And a 9-0 lead for Esko with only one down. Allen swung on and popped towards left center. It's going to be caught by the left fielder. The runner from third will tag, and it'll count as a sac fly. So a sac fly there for Penger, as he is out number 2. So we've batted around here in this one. That brings back to the plate Bryce Hipp for his third at-bat in 2 innings. It's 10-0. Hipp, that first one in there is strike one from Griffin Steele. Steele with the pitch. That one swung on and hit foul out of play. Oh, 2 count for Bryce Hipp. Steele trying to get out of this inning. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball one. That one swung on and hit out toward left field. It'll stay fair for an RBI double to Bryce Hipp. So a two-out double that'll score a run to make it 11-0 for Esko. Get that courtesy runner at second. And back to the plate, Isaac Sertich. Here's the pitch from Steele. Swung on and down towards the grip. That ball went. So 0-1 count now for Isaac Sertich. Runner on second, 2 down. That one inside for ball 1. Back him off the plate a little bit. One count for Sertich now. Steele with the pitch. That one's going to get by Von Ruden as it bounces. And the run from second will move up to third. Two balls and 1 strike to Isaac Sertich here, his second time at the plate. Here's the 2-1. That one swung on and fouled back out of play. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Steele with another opportunity to get out of the inning. Here's the 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss for out number 3. So a nice comeback there. But it is 6 hits. 6 hits by Esko. 8 runs cross. And unfortunately for Hinckley-Finlayson, 3 more errors on the board in that top of the second. So a tough top of the second inning there for Hinckley-Finlayson. They'll move to the bottom and hope their bats can get going here in the second. And while we wait, we'll take a quick commercial break. You're listening to Baseball on WCMP.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Visit Town & Country Insurance today at townandcountry-ins.com or stop in our offices in Finlayson, Hinckley, and Mora.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, at 7:10 p.m., or probably now for pregame, the Twins will be playing and hosting the Boston Red Sox this evening, and that'll be broadcast over on 100.9 FM. And again, that game starts at 7:10 p.m. This game for Hinckley-Finlayson against Esko, you can hear it right here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, or live on our website at WCMPradio.com. Leading off the bottom of the second for Hinckley-Finlayson, the catcher, Kellen Von Ruden. And here's the pitch. That one swung back. Hit out of play by Von Ruden. And Dylan M. on the mound. And behind the plate for him is Bryce Hipp. That one swung on and fouled once again. Going that ball. That was fouled off. And an 0-2 count for Von Ruden. Von Ruden's gotten a piece of the first 2. Let's see what he can do here. Good eye by Von Ruden as that one's well outside. Now makes it a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Hard to lay off of any pitch 0-2, but that one was pretty easy. And here's the 1-2 count to Von Ruden. That one low and gets by the catcher. So that'll even the count at 2-2. here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. That one swung right back towards the pitcher. It doesn't hit him. It goes into center field for a base hit for Von Ruden. So a leadoff single for Hinckley-Finlayson will get a runner over at first for him. And now to the plate, Adam Carlier. That one low for ball one. Carlier out in left field this evening. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's going to be in there for strike one. One count. Runner on first. Dylan M with the pitch. Swinging and missing at that one for strike two. So here we go with a 1-2 count, runner at first, nobody out. Dylan M with the pitch. In the dirt, and that will send Von Ruden to second on the pass ball. And starting to rain out there, ladies and gentlemen. You probably can't see it through the camera, but as I took a look out the window, it is starting to rain. So we'll see how long we get to play this one. Again, the rain chances just increase through the 7 and 8 o'clock hour. So hopefully we get this one played. This one hit out to right center, and that one's deep. A gnarly hit there from Carlier, and that's going to score a run, and the Jaguars get on the board with a 2-out, with a 1-out double and an RBI from Carlier. RBI double will score a run for Hinckley-Finlayson, and they needed that. That will certainly help the confidence here, especially at the plate. So now you've got a runner on second with one down, nobody down. Nobody down here. Get that fresh smell of rain out there coming in. And now it's Ty Westrom, the DH today, up to the plate. And that rain coming down out there. Hopefully we get through this one. That one's going to be in there to Westrom for strike one. Shakes his head, yes, at it. And now that he's seen it, he'll know it next time and give it a whirl. That one, oh, they're going to say strike. That looked a little bit inside, but they're going to call it strike two. So here's the 0-2 to Westrom. He gives that one a ride. That went pinballed. Hit a couple of things as it went out of play off the first baseline. 0-2 count still for Westrom. Runner on second. Oh, he held up. He held up. He held up. Well, he plenty held up on that one. So it'll be a 1-2 count. They tried to tag him just in case, but he was well held up on that one. So a 1-2 count now for Westrom. He's got nobody down and a runner on second. Here's the pitch. Good eye by Westrom. And Carlier, he's back in time. He wanted to go take three as that ball got away from the catcher, but he got to it a lot quicker than he thought. Throw down to third was just enough time for him to get back to second. And we get dirty, but that's about it. So 2-2 count now for Ty Westrom. And he'll try and give this one a ride to score the runner from second. Dylan M. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that one's, almost one you have to swing on because that's a swing and a miss. Actually, they'll say you got a piece of it for a foul. So we get 1-1 count. Grady Osmus at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runner on second. As a RBI double from Adam Carlier led to Von Ruden scoring for their first run of the game. They trail 11-1. Here's the pitch. And missing on that one is Osmus on the swing, so it'll be a 1-2 count now. Dylan M. Readies. Here's the maybe 1-2 pitch on the way. And got a piece of that one, but he'll foul it back out of play. I didn't hear a crash, so it doesn't sound like it hit any cars. One, two still for Osmus. Here's the pitch. That one's low. It gets by the catcher. And Carlier will be safe at third. So that'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got that runner at third now. Dylan M with the 2-2. Osmus gives this one a ride out to center. It's not going to get down, and unfortunately that's going to hold the runner at third. Osmus gave that one a good ride, but just winds up falling in the glove of the center fielder. He gave a great chase, but that one is out, number 2. 2 down now, runner at third. And to the plate is Ethan Martin, again playing over there at second base. 2 down, Hinckley-Finlayson trying to work back into this one. Oh, and Martin kind of was hesitant on that one. He wanted to go, kind of half-hearted went at the last possible second, and was in there for strike 1. So 0-1 count to Martin. And swings and misses on that one. Now to make it 0-2. Wind picking up a little bit out there. Here's the 0-2 delivery. And, just swinging and missing on that one is Martin. Look, maybe a little unconfident up there at the plate, but still the Jaguars do score one on the RBI double from Adam Carlier, and that makes it an 11-1 deficit as we head to the top of inning number 3. That will return Esko to the plate, and they did a lot of damage there in the second inning, putting up 8 more runs to add to their lead. So we'll return with the start of the third when we come back from our word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Arrowhead Transit plays a pivotal role in bolstering the communities it serves. By providing accessible and reliable transportation, they ensure essential travel for work, education, and healthcare. Arrowhead Transit is customer-centric, continuously evolving to meet the needs of the community with initiatives like community outreach programs, job fairs, and educational workshops and more. Arrowhead Transit is more than just a transportation service. It is a vital part of the communities it supports. Your connection, your community. Arrowhead Transit. Your ride.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, looking, just took a glance at radar, and yeah, the rain's starting to move in here, and it should be here in full force by about 7:15. So, and then it moves out for a short bit at 10, and that looks like it's it. So, probably will be raining from about 7 to 10, it looks like. One-0 count now for the leadoff batter, Sam Haugen. And the next one to him is strike one. And the reason why we had an extended break there is Grady Osmus will come to the mound in place of Griffin Steele. Swing and a miss by Haugen. And Osmus has got him guessing up there at the plate. Here's the 1-2. That one swung on to the third baseman, and he can't nab it with the glove. It's going to be a single for Haugen. He rounded first, got almost halfway to second before he decided to turn back. Westrom will move to first base now for Grady Osmus. Oh, 1 count for the lefty, Jameis Halverson. I believe Steele's out there in center. That one swung on, and it'll be a base hit for Halverson. So back-to-back singles for Esko. Put 2 on in first and second. You probably can't hear the wind. Well, maybe you can a little bit, but starting to blow, trying to blow in the rain, I do believe, is, again, it'll start here. It was raining there for a good little, 5 to 10 minute spurt, but it'll definitely push it in and around the 7 o'clock hour. Osmus, that one is swung on and back out of play. So an 0-1 count now for Finn Furcht. Number 10 for Esko. You can see the jerseys and pants blown out there for these two teams. It is gusting pretty good out there. Getting a piece of that and fouling back to the backstop. Wind says it's gusting at 9, but I'm going to say it's a little higher than that. Probably around 15. Maybe 20, just to blow in the system. Either way, 0-2 count now for Finn Furcht. And he held off there. I like the pitch from Osmus. Try and get him to swing at something outside. But he held up. It's a good pitch there from Osmus. 1-2 count. Runners on first and second. Runner will move from second to third, but that one is going to be hit foul. So the runners will return to first and second, and we will get back to the mound with Osmus and do it again with a 1-2 count. Don't forget we have weekly giveaways on both WCMP 100.9 FM and KBK 95.5. Tune in for those. We're giving away tickets as this one is fouled off out of play by Furcht. We'll do it again 1-2. But we have Saints tickets that we give away every week for the following week, I believe is how it works. And I know this week we were giving away tickets for a May 14th game for the Saints home series. Or, well, just it's one game, but for their home, yeah, you get it, for one game. So we do give those away every week. And this one taken by the third baseman. Throw on to first is not going to get there in time. But they do get the lead runner at third. So a fielder's choice will allow him to reach. A runner is out at third. So fielder's choice. And now to the plate, Bobby Thornton. 3 RBIs already for him in this game. He has runners at first and second with 1 down now. Here's the pitch from Osmus outside, but nice nab there by Von Ruden. Grabbing that one, and that probably would have advanced the runners had it gotten by, but Von Ruden snaps that one out of the air. It is ball 1, but still a nice play. Bobby Thornton at the plate for Esko. Von Ruden with the pitch. Or, excuse me, Osmus with the pitch. That one is fouled off down the first baseline by Thornton. That'll move the count to 1-1. (11-1) is our score with Esko leading here in the top of the third inning. And Bobby Thornton at the plate with a 1-1 count, 1 down, runners on first and second. Osmus gives this one to the catcher, and it's flown out to left field. A great catch over there. That'll hold the runners, and that'll be out number 2. So 2 down now for Esko. Bring up to the plate the pitcher, Dylan M. Again, not going to botch his last name, so I apologize if anybody from Esko listening, but I'm not even going to attempt it. It's one of those where you kind of have to hear it and say it multiple times over and over and over and over again to really grasp how it should be said. And Osmus puts that one in there for strike 1. Dylan M., the pitcher today for Esko, is 1 for 1. Walked in the first and singled last inning. That one's inside for ball 1. One count. Osmus checks the runner at second. That one swung on right to the third baseman for out number 3. And what an inning for Hinckley-Finlayson. That is exactly what they were hoping for. They got it for out number 3. So the 2 hits early on will not become a threat as Hinckley-Finlayson gets out of this inning. Not allowing a run, only allowing 2 hits. And no errors for Hinckley-Finlayson as well. So we'll move down to the bottom of the third. Hinckley-Finlayson got to be feeling good now. They've got to have some confidence headed their way as they got a run to score just last inning. So maybe some confidence growing for them here, and maybe we'll see those bats get even more hot as we head on down to the bottom of inning number 3. It will still be Dylan M. on the mound for Esko. But again, a nice outing for Hinckley-Finlayson there in the top of the third. 2 hits, no runs for Esko. And Hinckley-Finlayson trying to make the comeback here. They trail 11-1. That's something we've seen a lot from Hinckley-Finlayson last year, was their ability to stay calm, stay focused, and not panic. Because they had a few comeback games last year, and some of them happened in the playoffs. So this is a team that does have the experience to come back from deficits. Remember, in the section playoffs, they had one game, I believe it was the semifinal, in which they won, but they had to come back in the bottom of the final inning. They had a runner who hit a double, which scored the game-tying run, and then he stole third. And then they wanted to bunt him home, but the bunt attempt was missed, and he wound up stealing home anyways. And that's how they advanced. So this Hinckley-Finlayson team is okay. Obviously, you don't want to be down, and you'd like to see a few more runs, but they know how to come back from some deficits. Leading off for the Jaguars will be the leadoff man, Trey Visser. Swings and misses on that one for 0-1. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Visser gives that one a ride right back to the pitcher. He holds on to it, underhands it to his first baseman for out number 1. So that'll be 1 down. And Chase Clare to the plate Dylan M with the pitch. Swing and a miss by Claire. Chase Claire, that is. 1 down and an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch from Dylan M. And nice job laying off of that one by Chase Claire for ball 1. One is the count for Claire. Here's the pitch outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike for Chase Claire, who struck out back in the first. Here's the 2-1 delivery from Dylan M. Just on the outside part of the plate. 3-1. Three-one count for Chase Claire. Here's the pitch from Dylan M. And swinging and missing on that one. That'll run the count full. Here's the full count pitch. Oh, it's in there for strike 3, and Claire will go down looking. So Griffin Steele now to the plate. Playing out in center field now is Griffin Steele after pitching. That one, a little something different there for Steele, and it's in there for strike 1. That one low for ball 1 to Griffin Steele on the pitch from Dylan M. Oh, and that's going to nail him in the side. Stood there and took it, though. And he'll get a runner on. So now maybe a possible 2-out rally here after the hit by pitch. Dylan M, up to that point, had not walked anybody. That'll be the first hit by pitch. And now Cody Klein to the plate. Went down looking in his at-bat back in the first. Gives this one a ride right to the second baseman. Grabs it, throw on to first is in time for out number 3. Well, they got the runner on, but it will not become a threat for Hinckley-Finlayson as we will head on to the top of the 4th. So the Jags scored 1 there in the second. Failed to do so here in the 3rd. They'll have another chance here in the 4th, but now it'll be their turn to protect on defense and try and hold Esko off the board as we move to the top of inning number 4. Back after a word from our fine sponsors on WCMP.
And here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch. The premier indoor batting cages in North Branch. Whether you're trying to make the team or take the team to the next level, Here's the Pitch has state-of-the-art pitching machines for both baseball and fast-pitch softball. If your batter needs some individual instruction, Here's the Pitch has lessons with current and former collegiate instructors. Make the right call today. They've got the equipment, you provide the batter. Find Here's the Pitch on Facebook or visit here'sthepitchmn.com. here'sthepitchmn.com.
Welcome to Wellia Health's new birth center at our Mora campus. Step into our state-of-the-art facility designed for your comfort and safety. Explore our virtual tour and immerse yourself in the excitement of welcoming your newest family member. Prepare for the journey of parenthood with our comprehensive prenatal education series and discover expert tips on our blog. Your journey starts here. Come experience Wellia Health's birth center in Mora, Minnesota today, or explore online at welliahealth.org.
Back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350. And, of course, live with video at WCMPradio.com. Now stepping into the left-handed batter's box. They'll have a new batter in there for Trevor Mateen. That'll be number 14. And that'll be Connor Pierce And a slow dribbler to Osmus. Throw down to first. In time! Round number 1. Nice throw there by Grady Osmus. So Pierce is out. And now to the plate, Sam Panger with one down. First pitch called ball to Panger. Here's the windup and the pitch from Osmus. Low for ball 2. Rain has picked up once again here, folks, as we start the top of the 4th. And now it's a 3-0 count for Sam Panger. So thanks to the rain stopping there back in the 2nd, we've been able to get through the last couple innings, but now picks up again here in the 4th. In there for strike number 1 on the inside part of the plate. Panger thought he had a walk, but not the case. Osmus got enough of that inside part of the plate for strike 1. 3-1 count now. And here's the pitch. That one's given a ride, but that's going to go foul and out of play. So full count now for Sam Panger here is 1 down in the top of the 4th for Esko. That one is swung back and out of play. Three-two once again. Osmus with the pitch. And he got a piece of that one. Just keeping himself alive is Panger. But Osmus has got him guessing here. So officially become a battle here at the plate. 3-2 on the way again from Osmus. That's in there for strike number 3. He'll get him down looking for out number 2. Beautiful pitch there by Osmus to come back and get him out. Now back to the top of the order, and Bryce Hipp is at the plate. So Bryce Hipp, the top of the order now, with 2 down. That one's in the dirt. Ball 1. Osmus with the 1-0 pitch. It's going to bounce well in front of the plate. Two balls, no strikes for Bryce Hipp. 1 for 2 today. Or excuse me, 2 for 3. There we go. He's seen the plate twice back in the 2nd inning. That's when they had their big run there as they scored 8. As the next pitch to Hipp here is ball 3. And that one's inside for ball 4. So Hipp is on first with a walk. And we'll have a new batter in for Isaac Sertich. It will be number 23, Leo Wentz. So Leo Luentz at the plate now. And first pitch is high for ball 1, but quick up out of his stance is Von Ruden to check the runner at first. He gets back. Just letting him know he's got a good read on him. 1-0 count. Now 1 for ball 2. Two-0 count, and here's the pitch. That one's in there for strike 1 from Grady Osmus. Here's the 2-1 delivery. In there for strike 2. Leo Luntz. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and hit out to right field. And caught for out number 3. So we seen a runner get on, but nothing doing with it as the Jaguars get out of the top of the 4th without allowing a run to score. And now 2 straight innings where the Jaguars have not allowed a run to come across the plate. Now we move to the bottom of the 4th inning, and the Jaguars hope to get their bats rolling here in the bottom of the 4th and cut into that 10-point deficit. Here in Hinckley at Brennan Field, we will still see Dylan M. on the mound for Esko. Probably will go most, if not all the way for Esko, I'm guessing, depending on what happens here. Again, that's the thing. A pitcher can be doing so hot, he gives up a run or two and some base hits that could cut into his confidence, and all of a sudden then the game is turned heavily one way, and now we're talking about a completely different game. So that's what Hinckley-Finlayson hopes to do here, as coming to the plate, it will be Kellen Von Ruden. And believe it or not, back in the, it will be Kellen Von Ruden. He started things back in the 2nd that saw their first run cross the board. He'll look to start it off again. Dylan M with the first pitch outside for ball 1. 1-0 count now for Von Ruden. Here's the pitch. Missing on that one is Von Ruden. So 1-1 count. And the pitch on the way. Von Ruden just missing on that one to make it a 1-2 count. Dylan M with the 1-2 pitch. Oh, in there for strike number 3, so he'll go down looking as out number 1. Rain's been off again, on again. But about this time that it said it was going to fully move in, so could see it not stop this time around. We'll see. Keep you up to date on it. Just because you can't, looking at the screen here, you can't tell that it's raining. 1-0 count now for Adam Carlier, and that one is in there to him for strike 1. One pitch on the way. Got a piece of that one. Fouls it out of play. Now a 1-2 count for Adam Carlier. And that one is swung on and missed. It'll be a strikeout. Throw it on to first is in time. So 2 down now for Hinckley-Finlayson, and that brings Ty Westrom to the plate. 2 down, nobody on. And Westrom looks to start a 2-out rally here for Hinckley-Finlayson. Here's a pitch from Dylan M. That's outside for ball 1. One 1-0 pitch. That's outside for ball 2. 2-0 count for Westrom at the plate. Here's the delivery from Dylan M. Swing and a miss by Westrom on that one. Two down, nobody on here for Hinckley-Finlayson. Bottom of the fourth, they trail by 10. Dylan M with the 2-1. That's low for ball 3. Three-one count for Westrom. Here's the pitch from Dylan M. And Westrom gives that one a ride down the first base line. The first baseman has it, steps on the bag for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down. Go the Jaguars. No hits, no runs, no errors for either side. And we move to the top of the 5th inning here in Hinckley. So the Esko baseball team will try and add some more insurance, but the Jaguars will try and keep them off the board as they have for the last couple innings. Done a really good job. So back for the top of the 5th inning when we return from a word from our fine sponsors.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Free college is possible at Pine Technical and Community College. Students of all ages may be eligible for a tuition and fee-free pathway to education thanks to the new North Star Promise Scholarship. If you're a resident of Minnesota and have a family-adjusted gross income of $80,000 or less, apply online today for free and join us in high-demand programs such as nursing, gunsmithing, machining, automated systems, cybersecurity, early childhood education, liberal arts, and more. Whether you're starting out or starting over, learn more at pine.edu.
106.5 FM, AM 1350. We move to the top of the 5th. Taking a look at that Twins game. They just started. They're still in the top of the 1st. Let's see if we can't get some play-by-play on it. See what the top of the 1st looks like for Minnesota. So, top of the 5th, Von Ruden still on the mound. And it's Sam Haugen to lead off. So, top of the 1st, Boston already got a hit. Minnesota already has an error. So, you got runners at 2nd and 3rd. In our game, it's a 2-0 early for Haugen, and he watches that one go high for a 3-0 count. Inside, 4-pitch walk for Haugen, excuse me. Now to the plate, James Halverson. 2 for 3 today. Checking the runner at first, but he's back in plenty of time. So here's the first pitch to Halverson. It's inside for strike number 1. That one in there for strike 2 to James Halverson. 0-2 count. The 0-2 swung on, fouled back by Halverson. Really had no business swinging at that one, but he did. He'll foul it off. Here's the 0-2. It's in the dirt. Von Ruden does a great job blocking it. It's a 1-2 count now. On deck will be Nolan Pfister. In place of Finn Furcht. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed by Halverson for out number 1 to begin the top of the 5th. Runner on first, and now Nolan Pfister to the plate. First pitch to him is swung on and hit out towards left field. And a diving attempt, not going to grab it, and runners will be safe. Now Declan Sullivan to the plate in place of Bobby Thornton. Runners on first and second, 1 down. That pitch, going to be a called ball to Pfister. Excuse me, Sullivan. Pfister's on first. That one in the dirt for ball 2. (11-1) is the deficit for Hinckley-Finlayson, but they found a little bit of a spark there in the second inning. Trying to find that here again in the 5th, and as they try to hold these runners off the bags. And this one hit out towards left, just off the infield dirt. It's grabbed for out number 2 by the shortstop. Nice grab. That's a tough one out there. But he does grab it for out number 2. That's Trey Visser over there. And now in for the pitcher, Dylan M., is going to be number 4, Talon Kaminsky. First one in there for strike 1. So Kaminsky watches that one go by for strike 1. Runner still on first and second with 2 down for Esko. A 1 count and pitch inside for ball 1. Again, it's Talon Kaminsky in for Dylan M., the pitcher for Esko. Assuming he will probably take over the pitching role. 1-1 pitch to Kaminsky is off the mark and will advance the runners. Pass ball there. So now runners at second and third, 2 down. Kaminsky at the plate with a 2-1. Grady Osmus trying to get out of the inning with no runs crossing. That one bounces. It stays in front of Von Ruden, but moves it to a 3-1 count for Kaminsky. (3-1) pitch on the way from Osmus. The ball gets by, and it's going to score a run. So runners on the corners with 2 down as that run scores. 12-1. And now we'll get a visit to the mound. Looks like Osmus' afternoon could be over as well. We'll have a look, see at what they decide. But that extra run has scored now for Esko to make it 12-1. And again, Connor Pierce next to the batter's box, the left-handed batter's box. So again, 12-1 after the run is scored. And runners at the corners, 2 down for Connor Pierce. First one in there. Ball 1. There's the 1-0 from Osmus outside for ball 2. Here's the 2-0. That one swung on and hit out towards left field. It's into foul territory, and it's going to get down for a foul. So everybody will go back. And we'll do it with a 2-ball, 1 count, 2-ball, 1 strike count. That's how you talk. Osmus with the pitch. In there, first strike, 2. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes now for Connor Pierce. And Osmus looking to get out of the inning with only allowing 1. That one swung on right to Westrom at first, and he nabs it for out number 3. What a great grab by Ty Westrom for out number 3. He snapped that one off for out number 3. What a great job there by Ty Westrom at first base. What a catch. So we'll move down to the bottom of the 5th. The Jaguars need 3 to continue here. Or excuse me, they need 2. That's how you count math. That's how you do math. Two runs. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I never claimed to be good at math, so just know. I mean, never claimed that I was good at math. Two runs is all the Jags need, not 3. If I'm ever talking about math, it's probably good just not to listen. That's probably the best idea. But the Jags need 2 in order to extend the game past the 5th, as the 10-run rule is in effect as of right now. But again, if Jaguars can get 2 to cross, they will extend it and look to get those runs in the following innings, or just in this one. Why not? Why not score all of them that you need right now? You might as well. Why not? So it's a 12-1 deficit, and the rain has returned once again. It's been off again, on again, the better part of the last 3 innings. As we move to the bottom of the 5th, and looking to lead off for Hinckley-Finlayson is going to be number 33, and I don't have him on the roster. Well, that doesn't seem too fair. Tanner Risley, there we go. Will lead off. Swing and a miss there by Risley. And the 0-1 pitch from Dylan is in there for strike 2. Again, Dylan M. on the mound still. 0-2 count now for Tanner Risley. Rain's starting to come down pretty good now. Swing and a miss, and that'll be out number 1. Ethan Martin now to the plate. 0 for 1 on the evening. Again, Hinckley-Finlayson needs 2. And on deck, coming in for Trey Visser will be number 21, John McEachern. McEachern? McEachern. That one hit towards the third baseman, and the throw on to first, is in time. That's just a good throw by the third baseman to get out number 2. So, 21 stepping in for Trey Visser, John McEachran. And they're down to their final out are the Jaguars. Get a piece of that one, and it's fouled back out of play. The Jags need 2 runs. Here's the 0-1 delivery from Dylan M. Inside for ball 1. Here's the 1-1. In there for strike 2. On deck is Carson Hopkins. And getting a piece of that one is McEachran. Excuse me. One-two count. And here's the 1-2 pitch from Dylan M. Took something off that one, but it's high for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down and nobody on. Here's the pitch. Got a piece of it. On to the second baseman. And he's going to reach. Counted as an error, but he reaches nonetheless. And now coming to the plate for Chase Clare, Carson Hopkins. So still 2 down, but now Carson Hopkins. Rain really coming down now as Carson Hopkins making his way into the left-handed batter's box. Runner on first. Jaguars need 2. Bottom of the 5th. They face a 12-1 deficit. First pitch to Hopkins is low for ball 1. One on the way. Oh, ooh. On the outside part of the plate for strike 1. One. Here's the pitch from Dylan M. Inside for ball 2. 2-1 now to Hopkins. Dylan M. shakes off the first one, likes the second. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Hopkins. Leaves the count at 2-2. Down to their final strike are the Jags. Trying to make a 2-out rally. Here's the pitch from Dylan M. And that will be it. So Hopkins will go down looking as out number 3, and that will do it here in this one. The Jaguars fall to Esko 12-1 here at Brennan Field. Stay tuned. We'll come back and recap this game after a word from our fine sponsors. You're listening to baseball on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, and WCMPradio.com.
And here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch. The premier indoor batting cages in North Branch. Whether you're trying to make the team or take the team to the next level, Here's the Pitch has state-of-the-art pitching machines for both baseball and fast-pitch softball. $35 gets you cage time with your own pitcher. $40 gets you cage time using one of their top-tier pitching machines. Screens, plates, helmets, they've got the equipment, you provide the batter. Find Here's the Pitch on Facebook or visit here'sthepitchmn.com. Here'sthepitchmn.com.
Wellia Health Community Pharmacies are here for you, operating from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 to 1:30 on Saturdays at both our Mora and Pine City locations. Our approachable pharmacists are available to address all your medication queries and facilitate hassle-free prescription transfers. Contact us in Pine City at 320-322-5141 and in Mora at 320-679-3999. We offer local options to enhance your convenience. Explore further details online at welliahealth.org.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Visit Town & Country Insurance today at townandcountry-ins.com or stop in our offices in Finlayson, Hinckley, and Mora.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Arrowhead Transit plays a pivotal role in bolstering the communities it serves. By providing accessible and reliable transportation, they ensure essential travel for work, education, and healthcare. Arrowhead Transit is customer-centric, continuously evolving to meet the needs of the community with initiatives like community outreach programs, job fairs, and educational workshops and more. Arrowhead Transit is more than just a transportation service. It is a vital part of the communities it supports. Your connection, your community. Arrowhead Transit. Your ride.
Back here on WCMP, the Jaguars fall to Esko 12-1 here in this game. Taking a look at some of the stats here from this one. No home runs by either side, but it was the second inning in which the Esko baseball team did most of their damage. They had 3 runs crossed in the first on 2 hits and 1 error that they had, and then they had 6 hits for 8 runs in that second. But then from there, they really didn't get anything. The third and fourth inning only saw 2 hits between them both. But then in the fifth, they got the 1 extra run on 1 hit, and they also had 2 errors in the entire game on 11 hits and 12 runs. For the Jaguars, they had 3 hits, 1 run, and 5 errors. Taking a look at their stats, excuse me, they only had the 1 hit through the first 2 hits, for the first 2 innings, and that was it. They did get a couple to reach on errors, but that was it. They could not find anything after that second inning where they scored that 1. Got on base a couple times, and it looked good, but just could never find those bats. Dylan M. for Esko did a really good job out there on the mound, and he really did a phenomenal job and got the job done for Esko on the evening. Speaking of him, he went all 5 innings, only allowed 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 10 strikeouts, and only hit 1. For the Jags, Griffin Steele went the first 2 innings, allowed 8 hits, 11 runs, walked 2, struck out 3, and hit 1. Then Grady Osmus took over for the final 3. He allowed 3 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. So it's a tough day. Esko, one of the favorites to get back, not only get back to state or win their section, but also get back to state, and also are one of the favorites to get back to that championship game. A lot of coaches that I've talked to, they have nothing but good things to say about Esko, but they also say, they're kind of the favorite. You don't like to say that before the season, because you just never know what happens. I forgot what sport it was in. I think it was just basketball, where we had one of the favorites in basketball go down in one of the first few rounds. It was like, oh, well, now what do we do? So you just never know with favorites. But Esko is one of the favorites to get back to the state tournament for the second year in a row after winning it all last year. They win tonight 12-1. for Hinckley-Finlayson, but they'll be back at it tomorrow here at Brennan Field. They'll be back to play at 3 p.m. against Aiken. Yes, they will play Aiken tomorrow here at 3 p.m. That should be a good one there between those two, as Rush City just recently fell to Aiken earlier, and that was a tough loss for them. But they should hopefully get to play. It does look like there is a good chance of rain tomorrow. It does say AM showers, looks like, so we'll see how that all works out, as that could really take a hit to what's supposed to take place tomorrow. Hinckley-Finlayson supposed to play Aiken tomorrow, but looks like we'll see rain throughout part of tonight, and then in the morning tomorrow, looks like it starts at about 5 a.m., 4 a.m.-ish, and then it wears down at around 10, 11-ish, and then it looks to be partly cloudy for the rest of the day. So hopefully those games here tomorrow will happen. Hinckley-Finlayson's supposed to be playing again back here at Brennan Field tomorrow at 3 p.m. against Aiken. Hopefully the field is dry enough for that to happen, but this field drains pretty darn well. One of the better fields to play at here in our local listening area. So for Hinckley-Finlayson, they do fall in this game to Esko, a very powerful team once again. Got a lot of returning guys from last year's team, so they are, again, one of the favorites. But, again, Hinckley should be back here, for their game tomorrow at 3, we're hoping. But we'll have to wait and see what all happens because of the rain. Again, that rain got pretty heavy there in that final inning of play. But we'll wait to see what comes of that. Hinckley-Finlayson again plays tomorrow, and then taking a look at their schedule for next week, they will not play Monday, but they will return to action Tuesday on the road at Pine City High School. And then it looks like on Thursday they'll be hosting Rush City. Well, now it says that the date, time, and location change. So it looks like they will host Rush City on Thursday come next week. So Tuesday, Thursday, they'll play conference opponents in Pine City, at Pine City, and Rush City. And then on Friday, they will have a game at Ogilvie, which will be at 4 p.m. So 3 conference games next week for Hinckley-Finlayson, and that should be a good test for them, as Rush City, a very good team in the conference, at the top of the conference right now, but Bram is also just behind them, and then Hinckley-Finlayson is in third. So Hinckley-Finlayson has a shot here this next week to really turn the tide in the conference as they play Rush City, Pine City, and Ogilvie. There's a good chance that they could move well up closer to Rush City at the top of the conference standings by the end of next week. The final here in this one, once again, on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, the Jaguars fall to Esko 12-1 after 5 innings. Don't forget to stay tuned to our morning shows on 95.5 FM, KBEK, and over on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron. You can catch those at 7:30, 8:30, 7:45, and 8:45. That'll be your sports update. We'll talk this game and all the other games in our local listening area, plus some regional and even national sports as well. Stay tuned to our websites, WCMPradio.com, KBEK.com, for our broadcast schedules. Just go to either one of those websites, go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule, and you'll see the games coming up for that week. And, of course, those are all subject to change, especially with the spring weather. Also, stay tuned to our social medias, our Facebooks, WCMP Radio Facebook, KBEK Facebook, and our Twitter at WCMP Radio for all things local sports. Game recaps, breaking news, LOI signings, records being broken, coaches retiring, new coaches being hired, all things like that and more as we cover local sports. So stay tuned to our social medias for all of that, plus some. Of course, interviews as well on our websites. You can catch us all on there. The final, once again, 12-1. Jaguars fall to Esko. I want to thank all of you for tuning in. Thanks so much for tuning in. You give me a job to do, so I appreciate it. Thanks so much to all of our fine sponsors as well. Without them, we wouldn't be able to come out here. And, of course, remember to be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness could truly make their day. The final one more time here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Jaguars fall to Esko 12-1. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night and a fantastic weekend.